have a call back for 866 Echo. Negative K, nothing further, just kitty candy in the corner.
We are told that witches are just the stuff of legends and lore, but is that really true? Today we are diving into some jaw-dropping footage when real witches realized they were caught on camera. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about the supernatural. Starting off in our number 10 spot, we have The Witch in the Cave. This video starts out in an already creepy way, witch or not. It starts in a cave. It appears as though two men are searching through this cave. They are speaking to each other and they seem fairly calm, but definitely like something is in the air. I'm not quite sure why they were in the cave in the first place, but their voices are low, they have a flashlight out to cut through the darkness of the cave, and they definitely sound like they are looking for something. After a few seconds, it appears as though the men found maybe not what they were looking for, but they definitely found something. As they walk to a lighter area of the cave where we see some very creepy looking graffiti, we also get a glimpse of a hooded creature that quickly takes off as the men see it. This creature moves in a mysterious way. When slowed down, it looks like the creature basically just jumps up and takes flight, much like a witch would. This footage is just downright weird, and now that you've seen the footage, I ask, what do you think that it was? In our number 9 spot today, we have the flying witch in Mexico. This footage is weird, and I don't have an explanation for it because it really looks like a witch flying on a broomstick. 'Tis the season, I suppose. There isn't much backstory to go off of with this footage, but what I do know is that this incident supposedly took place in Mexico, which honestly wouldn't have been my first guess as to where the witches were hanging out. This footage is pretty grainy and shaky and has a date stamp of 2006, so the footage has definitely been around for a while, and still, it doesn't appear like anyone has debunked it. The footage features what I mentioned earlier. It looks like a witch who is flying away. The witch lands and walks for a bit before taking flight once again. Honestly, this video just might have me convinced. In our number 8 spot today, we have La Llorona. Less of a witch creature and more of a character from mythology, this next terrifying video is unlike anything I have ever seen before. This video is said to be footage of La Llorona, or the Weeping Woman. The roots of the Weeping Woman's legend trace back to pre-Columbian times, with some scholars linking her to an Aztec goddess associated with motherhood, fertility, and war. With the arrival of the Spanish and the subsequent blending of culture, the tale evolved, absorbing elements from European folklore and Catholic morality tales. The most common version of her story tells of a woman named Maria, who, in a fit of rage and despair after being betrayed by her husband, she tragically ends the lives of her own offspring in a river. Overcome by grief, she realizes her horrific act too late, and unable to find them in the afterlife, she is condemned to roam the earth eternally. As a ghostly figure, she wanders near bodies of water, weeping and searching for her lost children while crying out, "Oh, my children." All that being said, this video definitely depicts a terrifying and weeping woman. What do you think? In our number 7 spot today, we have The Deer. Corinnia Stanhope, a nurse from British Columbia, thought she'd caught a typical woodland scene when she set up a camera near her home to keep an eye on wildlife. But what her trail cam captured instead was anything but ordinary. Instead of animals, she and her 76-year-old grandpa were horrified to find footage of what appeared to be two women, some say witches, having a very bizarre late-night feast on a deer carcass. To make things weirder, the women were nearly naked, and at one point, one even lifted a hoof to her mouth. As Corinnia said, "I don't know if she was kissing it, smelling it, or eating it, but whatever it was gross." Understandably, this creepy occurrence had her worried for her horses, who had been spooked in that area before. Some online theorists suggested skinwalkers, others blamed illicit substances, but whatever the case, I think we can probably all agree this is not the kind of trail cam footage you expect to find in your backyard. Would you be brave enough to check that camera the next morning? In our number 6 spot today, we have the TikTok witch. TikTok is a great place, a great app. There's funny videos, interesting videos. My favorite recent trend is the subtle foreshadowing trend. TikTok is also sometimes a place where my For You page curates some of the most horrifying, upsetting things I've ever seen, and this video is definitely one of those moments. This TikTok has 10 million plays, and for good reason. Let me just show you before I say anything else. What is that? What is happening? Is that a creature? Is it special effects makeup? Is it AI, Photoshop, CGI? I have about 45 questions and absolutely no answers. In our number 5 spot today, we have the creepy creature. I'll be honest, this video is similar to the last one, but possibly more terrifying. This video gives us a better glimpse at a very similar looking creature that is in the same position as the last TikTok witch. People in the comments are honestly really debated over what this creature could be. Some are of course saying a witch, many people believe it might be a skinwalker, and some are even saying that it is an evil spirit from Islamic folklore. A skinwalker in certain indigenous American cultures is defined, quote, as a type of harmful witch who has the ability to turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal. The term is never used for healers. As for the evil spirit, it is said that they go around, quote, inciting humans to sin by whispering in their hearts. According to Islamic tradition, though invisible to humans, they are imagined to be ugly and grotesque creatures created from hellfire. So now I have to ask that you've seen these 2 videos, what do you think this really is? In our number 4 spot today, I have the creature in the sky. This video was posted to TikTok with the caption, quote, I am honestly really creeped out by this footage that I got from yesterday, and it features the hashtags witch, alien, and demon, which yeah, I think those definitely are all possibilities when it comes to this footage. In the video, we see something flying through the sky that honestly looks like it could be the concept art for the alien in the movie Nope. This thing is like a jellyfish dementor floating through the sky. What could this thing really be? This is definitely one of the stranger videos that I have ever seen, and at the end of the video, after saying that they still, to this day, have no idea what that thing is, the creator asks, what do you think it is? In our number 3 spot today, we have the fireball in the sky. A Seconia, or a Lugaroo, is a vampire witch from Caribbean folklore. She is said to live as an elderly woman during the day, but at night she sheds her skin and transforms into a fireball. In this form, she flies through the air and slips into the homes of sleeping people to feed on their blood. Some believe that this creature, in her fireball form, was caught on camera in this video. During the video, you can see quite a large fireball floating in the sky. You can see the flames moving as the person recording the video zooms in and out to give us as much of a view as possible. It isn't exactly known where this video was taken, but what is clear is that it caught something that seems almost unexplainable. Do you believe that this could be a witch, or is there another, more scientific explanation? In our number 2 spot today, we have the structure in the forest. This is a video that is definitely giving Blair Witch vibes. It starts off with a man walking through a forest in Massachusetts, and he starts recording when he sees something strange. As he is walking, he sees some strange small structures made out of sticks and branches. As he gets closer and begins filming the structures and inspecting them more, he realizes that he in fact has stumbled upon a creepy hut built by someone or something. I've watched enough horror movies to know that this means it's time to get the hell out of there, because you definitely don't want to meet the thing that built this creepy hut of sticks in the forest. Actually, I probably wouldn't even be in the forest in the first place, but this man is clearly braver than I, and now he has to face the music. While this video is already creepy enough, what's great is that the creepiest thing hasn't even happened yet. Suddenly, what definitely appears to be a witch starts running through the woods almost like she was startled and ran away while trying not to be seen. The man who recorded the video said that she was also carrying a stick with her. I don't know if that's important, but that feels very witchy to just have a stick on the go. And finally, in our number 1 spot today, we have The Ritual. As drones get increasingly popular, so do the strange things they capture, and this drone footage is no exception. As the pilot flew this drone through a field, he encountered something that I don't think anyone was expecting. The video footage captures 3 men in a field, all wearing cloaks and masks, and they appear to be doing some kind of ritual. They also appear to be holding some kind of object, possibly a book. Shout out to the drone operator because, like a good cameraman, he goes in closer to try and get a better look at what exactly is going on here. As he gets closer, the men begin holding hands and bowing to each other, and something weird is definitely going on here. Am I being punked or is this real? In the end, the men end up noticing the drone, which takes them out of whatever they were doing. Once the men notice the camera, one of them reaches his hand up toward it, and at this point, the pilot said that he lost control of the drone, which is a very strange coincidence. Or is it magic? Alright guys, that has been our video for today. Thanks so much for checking it out. I've been your host today, Olivia Kozlowski, and I will see you again soon. Bye!